What's going on, Aqua Mommies, Aqua Poppies? It's your girl D with 8th House Energy, here to bring you your Pluto in retrograde video. I hope all is well with my Aqua Mommies and Poppies. You guys are the bomb. Thank you for bringing that cool Aquarius energy to the channel. I am offering personal readings, so if you need one, my information's in the box below. And speaking of personal readings, if you have a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Taurus, all throughout Taurus season, you do get 50% off of my tarot card readings. I have 5 different tarot card readings that I offer. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 are the ones that you're going to get 50% off for the month of, for the season of Taurus. If you are a Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising, or Venus in Taurus, okay? So take advantage. If you need to reach out to me, my information, my email address is 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com. It's the letter 8, THHOUSEENERGY@gmail.com. So with this Plutonian energy going into retrograde, well, actually we got 2 planets going into retrograde. Well, actually a total of 4, but one of them is going to be in your first house, and I'll do a series on Saturn. Because it's in your first house going into retrograde this month. There's going to be like 4 planets going into retrograde this month. Around the 14th or 15th, there'll be 4 planets in retrograde. A lot of major energy going on. We also got the full moon in Scorpio coming up on May 7th. All right, so there's a lot of energies going on top of whatever going on with this COVID thing. So, with that being said, Pluto is in retrograde right now, and it's been there since it's been there since April 25th. It will be there all summer until Libra season. Sometime in October, early part of October is when it goes direct. Now, but Mercury rules the Mercury rules the conscious mind, okay? And Pluto rules the subconscious mind. So a lot of times what goes on in the conscious mind that we can't process or digest properly, usually it's stuff that really hurts us, or we're confused about it, or it doesn't make sense. If we haven't, settled with that, it goes to the subconscious mind. So, that needs to be cleaned out. So, when we have Mercury retrograde, that's to clean out the conscious mind. And when we have Pluto retrograde, it's to clean out the subconscious mind. Pluto's in retrograde a lot longer, though, than Mercury. Mercury goes into retrograde like 3 to 4 times a year, and it's usually in there for like a good 3 weeks. Well, Pluto, as you know, is in retrograde now, most of you know, but it started at the end of April 25th, and it goes all the way till October. So, the subconscious energy, it takes a lot of time to clear it out, because it takes a lot of time to accept things and to process things that we really don't want to process or we can't understand. And a lot of times it's things that happen to us that hurt us. And Pluto comes in to clear that out, because what that stuff does is, if it sits in there, it hinders us from being our best selves. All right, so we got Pluto in the 10th house, okay, the house of career aspirations, your professional achievements. This also talks about your reputation, how people see you, how you see yourself, your moral fiber and moral being, your ethics, your morals, your integrity, your life goals. Now, your 10th house is Scorpio is in there. So you're dealing a lot with the occult, okay? You're dealing with the occult sciences. You're dealing with secrets, things that people keep to themselves that nobody knows except those who are involved. This also deals with death, regeneration. It also deals with sexual energy, okay, sexual activity. It also deals with shared resources, inheritance, taxes, wills and estates, okay, and actual death itself. So some of you, what may be going on in this energy, it can be, any of those things. It could be something as severe as maybe losing a family member, having to deal with wills and estates and, other people's property and things like that. It could also have to do with, because, the 8th house has to do with sex. It has to do with crime. It has to do with money, okay? So there could be people who could be getting themselves into criminal activity. whether willingly or unwillingly, whether they're a victim or they're the ones who are perpetrating. All right. And this is in reference to sex as well. So be careful. All right. Some of you, you may be rehashing issues that have come up in reference to some type of sexual assault, sexual behavior, whether you were the perpetrator or you were the victim. Some of you will be on a criminal side, whether you were the victim or whether you were the perpetrator. So, unfortunately with the 8th house, these are some of the things that you may have to deal with. And because these are things that, we didn't understand why it happened to us or how to process it, that's some of the stuff that's, excuse me. Ooh. I don't know if that wanted me to, they didn't want me to talk about that. There's some things that people are not going to want to deal with, not going to want to talk about. Okay, when it comes to the 8th house. And that was just a clear indication of that. I'm going to take a sip of water on that. Okay, yeah, see, there's some secrets that are going to be coming out. Some unfortunate things. All right, but we're going to try to keep it as positive but as real as possible with these readings here for you with this 8th house energy. All right, so, or with the scorpionic energy in your 10th house. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So the overall energy for this first spread is devil energy. This is Capricornian energy, and this represents addictions. Okay, so when we're dealing with the 8th house, these are hidden things. So some of you may be dealing with addictions of some sort, whether it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, any kind of addiction, sexual addictions, criminal addictions, whatever it is. We got some toxic energy here, energy that's not good for you. And Pluto is going to be working. If you don't have anything going on in this house where there's some hidden things that need to be unearthed, then you will go unscathed. You will not go you will go unscathed, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You won't have any issues. If you have some things that you haven't dealt with, they could very well come up pertaining to the 8th house, okay? Let's see what we got going on here for you guys. All right. So the first set of cards here with the devil energy here showing up, we have the Magician, Major Arcana, Mercury energy. We have that clarified with the 10 of Swords. Okay, this is Gemini energy. So Gemini energy here. We have the 10 of Cups reverse, which is Piscean energy. Clarified with the 8 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. We have the 6 of Swords reverse, which is Aquarius energy. Clarified with the Knight of Cups, Piscean energy. So we got 2 energies of Pisces here and 2 of Gemini. So with this Magician energy here, this is a major arcana, the only major arcana we have here besides the clarifying energy of the devil energy here. So this could be a toxic relationship as well. It could be sexual addictions of some sort, drug addictions. It could be addiction to food, gambling, anything that you take in that is not harmful, that is harmful to you, and you take it in excess where it could be controlling you. So with the Magician energy here, this is about communication here is what I'm getting here. And we have that clarified with the 10 of Swords. So some of you are dealing with some issues that you're not letting people know about. This is a clear indication of something that's hidden. It's like you're on your phone, right? Doing whatever it is you do. And it's like, okay, everything is fine. But in reality, on the inside, you're suffering. Some of you are going through some things. Okay, and you're not letting people know. The Magician energy is in reference to communication. So you could be looking at a situation. You could be, these energies could be coming to light to you mentally. Okay, where Mercury is all about processing. So this energy, Pluto is pulling this shit from the subconscious and pulling it into your conscious mind. And so now you are reminded of this shit again. Depending on what it is. If it was something that happened to you in the past along the lines of 8th house energy, you could be reminded of it again. You could be triggered is what I'm getting here. But what I'm getting here also with the 10 of Swords is that you're coming to it's like, okay, for some of you, you can't hold this back anymore. Some of you need to talk about this. and you're trying to find a way or someone who you can talk to about this. We have the Ten of Cups here in reverse, as well as the Eight of Wands. The Ten of Cups represents issues in a relationship, or it could be someone who there's fighting, people breaking up. This is a relationship in particular here, so it could be a family relationship, family members, or it could be lovers. Okay, but there's something going on where the relationship, there's trouble in paradise is what I call this card. And we have that clarified with the Eight of Wands energy. This is energy of wands are about action. And these Eight of Wands, it's about manifesting something quickly, some type of action, very quickly here. This could represent the fact that, things in the relationship are unraveling really quickly. It could be due to whatever hidden issues and insecurities, or issues that occurred in the past. They could be coming to the forefront, and it could be causing problems in a relationship. With the Six of Swords reversed and the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Six of Swords reversed is someone feeling stuck, or maybe going back to the past, remembering something from the past. And that's what I'm getting here with this Magician and this Ten of Swords too. So like I said, a lot of you may be triggered in reference to some type of toxic energy or toxic vibe that you experienced in the past. It could be something that's family related, but some type of toxic behavior. It could be something that goes on in the family. There could be family members who go through addiction. There could be some issues in the family that are toxic, the way some certain family members operate. It could be very toxic. And that could be coming to a head. A family member could be saying, look, we can't continue to operate this way. We can't continue to get down like this. We're a family. We need to blah, blah, blah. It could be something like that. But with the Knight of Cups in reverse energy here, this is to me, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, this is fickle energy. This is energy of someone who maybe have felt disillusioned. They feel trapped and disillusioned, and are not able to move forward, because knights take journeys. And being as though here I'm getting stuck energy, someone could be stuck in their head and in their heart in reference to their emotions and how they feel. So a lot of people, like I said, this is triggered energy is what I'm getting here. Some of you are going to be triggered. You could be triggered just by the memory, the sheer memory of it alone. You could be triggered by something that you see on TV, or something that someone says that brings back these memories. Some of you could be in the process of dealing with this stuff, and you're just getting to the point where you've had enough. You're feeling stuck. You're trying to move forward, but it's very difficult, and it could be causing problems in your relationships or your families. This Magician energy is someone who's pretending there's nothing happening. So with these two cards here, this is just someone who's pretending that they don't see what's going on, or that they don't know that there's a problem, but they know there's an issue here. Okay, that's what I'm getting strongly with those two cards as well. And so as a result of them not, acting as if they don't see what's going on, it's deteriorating the family, and it's doing it really quickly. Okay, to the point where people are starting to feel stuck, or maybe there's a family member who feels stuck in the midst of all of this. And there could be somebody who's just unapologetic about their activity and their behavior, and how detrimental it is. All right. So with this Devil energy as the overall energy here, we also have the Two of Wands reversed. We have Judgment, Major Arcana. This is Pluto energy right here. Okay, we're going to take a look at that. We have the Emperor energy here, Major Arcana. This is Aries energy. And we have the Six of Cups reversed, Scorpio energy. So what I'm getting with these cards here is that something is not able to move forward. Someone feels like they don't have a choice in a situation. They feel as if their options are blocked. They don't have a choice. They have to make a moral decision about something. It's something that they cannot allow any longer to go on. Okay, and it has to do with something, energies of the 8th house, specifically toxic energies, okay, of some sort. They can't allow it to go on anymore. They're feeling compelled to speak. Okay, Pluto energy, this is something that they knew about. They didn't say anything about. It could be anything here, but it's basically this person is getting to the point where they can no longer not say anything. We have the Emperor energy here and the Six of Cups reversed. Okay, so this could be something that happened in someone's childhood. This is Emperor energy. This could be a situation here where someone could have been in an unfortunate situation. A child may have experienced some unfortunate situations growing up pertaining to the 8th house energies here. And it's something that's hindering them from progressing in life. And so Pluto, the energies of Pluto are bringing this to the surface so that this person can deal with this. This person could have addictions and could be suffering from addictions, coping with this situation here, because we have all these cups in reverse, which could talk to me about magician energy. I mean, not magician energy, but it could talk to me about addictive energy here, okay, which is toxic energy. So addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions, trying to cope with something that may have happened in their childhood. You know, that's what I'm getting strongly with this. Let's just pull a few more and then we'll do another spread. So we have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have the Eight of Swords. We have Death in reverse, major arcana here. The Death card is Scorpio energy, okay? Excuse me. And we have the Seven of Cups reversed. So what I'm getting here is someone is not speaking up about the atrocities that were experienced or that they knew about. I'm getting that strongly with these cards here. Okay, because the Page of Swords reverse represents that this is bad news. All right, something terrible happened here that someone will have to communicate. And with the Knight of Swords in reverse here, this is telling me that someone did something really cruel, really mean to someone. Okay, and then with the Eight of Swords here, this is someone pretending not to see it, pretending not to know that it happened. Now, this could be someone who witnessed something, or this could be someone who experienced this, or it could be someone who this is coming back to them, that what they did to someone. Okay, so this could also be about karma with this Judgment energy that came out here. And with the Death card in reverse, somebody may have thought, you know, that it was over, or that, you know, with the Seven of Cups, they got clarity here in reference to what occurred. The person could be dead now who did this. This could be a situation where somebody, you know, because we got the Page of Swords here. So there could be something that happened to a child. It could have been a grandparent who was doing something to a child. Okay. And the grandparent could no longer be here, but the child could be grown up now and have clarity on what, you know, why they are having issues with toxic behavior, maybe drugs and alcohol. Okay. This is just an example of what I'm seeing here, but, you know, you can take the energy how it resonates. But, you know, there's some dark energy that's coming up to the surface, and someone may need to speak to someone. They may need to speak to a counselor, reach out to a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or just find a good friend they can talk to about this. You know, just depending on how severe the situation was for you, if this is something that you resonate with. Something could be going on with someone's child currently. A child could currently be experiencing some unfortunate situations by a grandparent, is what I'm getting strongly here. All right, let's see what else we can get for you guys. You know, and this is not, you know, a lot of this stuff could be kind of grim, you know, because the 8th house does deal with sex, death, criminal activity, and things that are hidden, things that people don't let people know that they've been through, you know, criminal sex acts, things like that. You know, this is a really sensitive area for people. So I'm trying not to be as colorful and graphic as I could be, because I see a lot of craziness that's going on. But I do need to let you know the severity of the situation in case you're someone who can resonate with this, so that you understand what's going on, because people have nervous breakdowns about things like this. You know, people are suffering about things like this. So I would be remiss not to do a reading like this. But again, I'll try not to be so graphic. So here is the current energy for this read. This is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is like not paying attention to something, not wanting to put in any effort into something. This could represent unemployment as well. And remember, the 10th house does talk about career. So this could, be in relation to career, but we shall see here. And there is going to be an extended to this video. So you may want to check that out. And there's also going to be a bonus for Aquarius. I did do this reading yesterday and it was a little intense, I thought. So I figured I would just come back today and do it. But I am going to post it in the Patreon membership for those who do want to see it. So feel free, if you are not a Patreon member, the link is going to be in the box below. It's only $5 a month. And you'll be able to check that out, especially if this is something that resonates with you. So what I'm getting here is the Everything is Fine card. Now, we pulled in the last spread, it said 10 of Swords at the bottom. Well, this particular deck has this card listed. There's two cards that have the 10 of Swords picture. One says 10 of Swords. The other one says Everything is Fine. So the same picture, though, applies. The same message applies. This person is suffering on the inside. People don't know because this person is just on their phone, on the computer, doing things, living life. This represents them just living life. But these swords on the inside, these are thoughts. Okay, swords represent thoughts. They represent ideas. They represent your internal processing of things. And it looks like this has happened to this person. Whatever's been going on, it could have been going on repeatedly. Okay. Now, the challenge is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The challenge is speaking up, I'm getting strongly. The challenge is perhaps getting this to stop. Because for some of you, it's still going on. I have 2 pages here. 3 pages here. So this could talk about children. Something going on with someone when they were a child. Or something currently going on with a child. So please talk to your children to see if they're experiencing anything weird, if they're showing any weird behavior, but they're not letting you know what's going on. You may want to pay attention to what they're or who they're around, where do they go if they're not at school, what their day is like, who they're around, what they're, has something happened to them in the past. If you see their behavior change abruptly, this is something you want to pay attention to. We have the Page of Wands in reverse energy here. As your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors are trying to inform you of something here. And it would be based on this Page of Swords energy. Some of you need to just use your intuition here. Somebody's not using their intuition. Somebody around them is hurting and it's not obvious. They may be keeping it to themselves. And somebody's not using their intuition. Okay, or this could be someone this happened to and their intuition is telling them to speak up about it or to deal with it and they're blocking that. Where your head is at is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we have, this is Taurus, actually Capricorn energy. Now, what this represents is a troubled child, okay? And I will say that with these cards here. Page of Pentacles in reverse represents a child who may be troubled. So someone is not using their intuition in reference to their child, okay? Something could be going on with their child. They could be involved with some criminal activity. They could be getting bullied. It doesn't have to be anything severe as sexual assault or anything like that, but it could be for some people. This could have been something that happened to you as a child now, and you're looking at this as an adult and you're trying to cope with this because it still bothers you. But there's a troubled child here, and this is where you are as far as where your head is at. So for a lot of you, this could be you and something that happened to you. The outcome here is the Page of Cups. So the outcome here could be that, once you open up and express what's going on, there could be an outpouring of love and support provided to you in reference to what you're experiencing. This could have also been maybe a brother or a sister who might have known what was going on and tried to comfort you during, if you have shared this with them or you knew what was going on or they knew what was going on with you. So we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Wands reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Death card, Scorpio energy. With these cards here, I'm getting that So this could be a mom who, okay, so this is definitely a situation going on with the child. Something's going on with the child. Showing that maybe a child is being bullied in some way, shape, or form with the Six of Wands reverse. It could very well be that the mom doesn't know what's going on. Maybe she's just in denial, or the child could just not be telling you the truth. Okay, this could be a mom who works 2 or 3 jobs, has, this could be latchkey kids where, they come home from school and this could have been in the past. It may not be what's going on now. Okay, but, it could have been a situation where there were latchkey kids. The mom works 2 jobs. She's a single parent, and their child is at home for hours at a time by themselves until the mom comes home. Something could have occurred or happened to the child, or this could have just been that the child is being bullied, and so the mother has no idea about it because the child may not be telling the truth about things. It could very well be that the mother is not using their intuition, or the child is not listening to their inner voice in reference to reporting this or telling someone that what's going on. And with the Death card energy here, this is something that is going to change as a result of the situation. Someone's going through a transformation or a change because of this. And this could represent that the child is changing on the inside or has changed on the inside based on what has happened to them or what's happening to him. Okay, yeah, and I have to say this. Because this card came out next. So please, again, I'm trying to be as, I have to keep it 100, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be graphic. But the King of Cups in reverse can represent someone who is a child molester. Okay, when I see this card in reverse, and I see it around cards where there's a lot of pages where there's children and it's in reverse, this could tell me that this is somebody who could be who could have done this to a child. It may have stopped. Okay, with the World card, it may have stopped, but it was definitely going on. It's like this person was choosing this child for this type of activity because maybe the mother wasn't around. The mother could have been overworked, or the mother could have been in a situation where she was using drugs, and there are situations, unfortunate situations, where mothers leave their children unattended. Okay, the children could have said something about it, but maybe the mother didn't pay attention, or the mother is just not aware of what's going on. Okay, but with the Ace of Swords in reverse here, this represents dishonesty, someone lying about something, okay, or someone in denial about something. And with the Death card here, this could have been, the situation could be that this person who did this is no longer alive, or this, could be, where it represents the fact that this is where your childhood ended, if this is something that happened to you. When this event took place, it changed something in you, something in you died. Okay, is what I'm getting for some of you. Okay, so some of you, as a result, you're having difficulty sleeping. Some of you may be overeating or overindulging in drugs and alcohol, trying to cope. Okay, some of you are not able to have serious relationships or be in a committed relationship because of this. Some of you, you may be the type of person who is very promiscuous as a result of the molestation that you might have experienced as a child. Okay, some of you, this could have been someone who was taking care of you and coming off as someone who, was giving you something, or giving you, this might have been the way the person came at you. The person who was doing this to you, or the person who may have been doing this to your child, they could have given them gifts, to lure them in. All right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the extended and take a look and see what we can find out here so that we can provide you some clarity. I'm getting for a lot of you that this is what you experienced as a child growing up. And you're trying to deal with this now. Pluto is going to bring this out because you've not processed it. You're trying to handle it and deal with it, but it's keeping you from being in relationships. Like I said, being in committed relationships. Some of you, with that devil energy, you got toxic behavior. Some of you, you drink or you do a lot of drugs because of it to keep yourself from thinking about it because it's on your mind constantly. So to coax your mind, you may do a lot of drugs. You may not be able to be in a successful relationship. You have no follow through. Okay, with relationships, you're not able to plan and be strategic and be a good parent to your child, because the King of Pentacles, he could represent someone who has children. Okay, but he's not able to be a good parent to his children because he's dealing with, these issues that happened to him as a child. Or this could be another person who is around the child who's doing this to the child. Okay, this Queen of Wands energy as well. This could be someone who is very sexually active. This could be a bully. Okay, and this is somebody who you don't expect. It could be a female who is doing this to a child, or who had did this to a child. Okay, a lot of people always expect that, people who do these types of things to children are only men, but that is so not the case. And it does not just happen. Men are not the perpetrators. They're not always the perpetrators. There are women who are the perpetrators as well. And so this is what these cards are telling me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the extended and try to get a little bit more information on what's going on, to see if there's something, what advice Spirit has for you in reference to you getting help and dealing with this, because unfortunately it's going to come to mind if it is not already coming to mind for you. Okay, so the link is in the box below. Feel free to join me. If this was enough to get you the information you needed, especially if this resonated, please let me know. If you need a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me. If you're looking at this on YouTube, my information is in the box below. My email address is 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com. 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com. I love you, Aquarius. I'll talk to you soon.